Hey everybody, so today I want to talk about a team that I haven't really been talking about recently on this channel, but they're playing very, very good hockey right now, and that is the Tampa Bay Lightning. Before we get into the video, I just quickly want to ask everyone to hit that like button down below and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, to please subscribe and follow along for all my hockey content this season. It's very much appreciated and helps out the channel more than you probably could ever know. So let's get into it. The Tampa Bay Lightning are very quietly on a 9-game winning streak right now, one of the longest win streaks we've seen in the NHL this season. They're up to second place now in the Atlantic Division. They have passed Toronto. They are still behind Boston, but playing very, very good hockey right now. And Tampa is finally starting to look like the team that we thought they would be this season, that they should be. They're playing up to their potential now, and, you know, we all know they had a very disappointing start to the season. They did not come out of the gates for the first couple months very well. They struggled. They were out of playoff position for a lot of this season, but this recent 9-game win streak has really propelled them in the standings, pushed them all the way up to second place in the Atlantic. And they're finally, it seems like Tampa is finally getting it together. And, you know, they've passed Toronto. They're at 56 points now. They've got games in hand on most teams around them. They've only played 43 games so far. Their goal differential is up to plus 33. As I said, 9-game win streak. They've got a very good record on the road and a good record at home as well. They're 14-7-2. At home. They're 12-6-2 on the road, so they've got twice as many wins as regulation losses, both at home and on the road. This Tampa Bay team, it took them a little while to get going, but they've really turned it on. They're starting to look like what the Tampa Bay Lightning with this roster should look like, and they are a dangerous team going forward. Now they're still, 7 points behind Boston in the Atlantic Division. They do have 2 games in hand on the Bruins, but I really don't necessarily see them catching Boston to win the division at this point. With, you know, now more than halfway through the season, Boston's a very, very good team in their own right. I really don't see them winning the division. Second, though, where they are now, very much a possibility for the Lightning. And I think at this point, certainly Tampa Bay is going to be a playoff team this year without a doubt. When we look at take a look at the team stats, we see that things are really, really starting to head in the right direction. You know, and it wasn't a great start, as we all know. Tampa was very disappointing, especially for the first 2 months of the season. But they've got a high-powered offense. They're starting to score a lot more. Their goals for per game is up to 3.7 goals per game now. So that's, you know, near the highest in the league. They're scoring a lot, which is obviously a very, very good sign for them. They're getting their goals against down as well. Their goals against per game is now down under 3 goals per game to 2.95, which isn't anywhere near the top of the league or anything like that, but it's under 3. It's not near the bottom of the league, which is a very good sign. They've got one of the top power play units in the entire NHL, which is operating at 29% right now. At this point in the season, phenomenal numbers there. Penalty kill isn't anything spectacular, but it's not terrible either, 82.6%. So all around, Tampa is playing better. Special teams are better. Power play is very good. Offense is obviously very, very good there. Scoring almost 4 goals a game is spectacular. Defensively, they're starting to get better. They're giving up less goals. They're playing better defensively. It's looking good. And when you go back and look at Tampa's schedule over the last few weeks and on this win streak, they have won a ton of divisional games, which really, really helps you in climbing in the standings. They've beaten Florida. They've beaten Montreal. They've beaten Detroit. They've beaten Buffalo. Obviously, those are 2 games that they absolutely should win. They beat Montreal again. Then they beat Ottawa. So that's a lot of divisional wins for the Lightning. They've also beaten Carolina. on this win streak. They've beaten Vancouver, and now they've beaten the Arizona Coyotes last night 4-0. Coming up, they've got 4 out of their next 5 are on the road, but like we said, they are a solid road team. They're at Philadelphia, at New Jersey. Then they play at home against the Kings, and then they go on the road at Minnesota and at Winnipeg before the All-Star break. And then that's it for them. They get a bye week mixed in with the All-Star break. So it's been much better here recently for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They look like, once again, a very dangerous team. I think at this point it's all but certain that they are going to make the playoffs. They've gone through their bad stretch this season. It was the beginning of the season. Now they've turned it on. They look like the Lightning. They're playing much better. They're up to a top 10 team in the league right now. Actually, as far as the entire league is concerned, they're tied for 6 right now with 56 points. So things are starting to look up in Tampa. I know some people were doubting after the start that they had, but this was a team that was altogether much too talented to not be a playoff team, and now it certainly looks like they are a playoff team, and it looks like they have a chance to possibly even contend for that Atlantic Division still. And obviously a 9-game win streak is very good. So we'll see if the win streak continues. We'll see how Tampa continues to play in the future. I think at this point, though, things are looking good for them. And I am confident that Tampa Bay will have a solid rest of the season and certainly be a playoff team come April. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.